Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to see one previous year GATE numerical. This numerical was asked in GATE 2007 for 6 marks. Means there is a common data given and on the same data they are asking 3 questions. Each question for 2 marks. Therefore the same question is asked for 6 marks. But right now there are no 6 mark and 4 mark questions, only there will be a 2 mark question. Means they will ask in similar pattern, they will ask you any one question for 2 marks, right? Now let us understand the question. The question is here linked answer question. The question is a gear set has pinion with 20 teeth. Now let us say for teeth I am using Z letter now, right? On pinion there are 20 teeth, then and gear with 40 teeth, that is number of teeth on gear is equal to 40. Then the pinion runs at 30 revolution per second, that is rps, means it is speed of pinion divided by 60. This is given 30 rps, revolution per second, right? Generally, and here this np is rpm, revolution per minute. Therefore we can say this np is equal to 60 into 30, which is nothing but 1800 rpm, revolution per minute, right? If I want to find in rpm, right? Again, and transmits a power of 20 kilowatt. Here power transmitted is 20 kilowatt, which is nothing but power is equal to 20,000 watt. Then the teeth are on the 20-degree full depth system and have module of 5 mm. 20 degree means it is a pressure angle. Phi is given 20 degree and module m is given 5 mm. Module m is given 5 mm. It is a given data. Then after that, the length of the line of action is 19 mm. Length of the line of action. This is nothing but line of contact. We can say line of contact. Length of line of action means line of contact is nothing but 19 mm, and we have derived this equation for line of contact. We have seen this. On this I have made at very big video, right? The length of video is very high and I have made video on line of contact, arc of contact and contact ratio, right? That you can see in theory lectures. Now the question number 1 is the center distance for the above gear set in mm is. Now the first question is what is center distance for above gear set. The second question is the contact ratio for the contacting tooth is. Here second question is contact ratio. Contact ratio is equal to question mark. And third question is the resultant force on the contacting gear tooth is in Newton. Right. Third question is resultant force on contacting surface is question mark. Now let us solve this question. We have understood this question. Now here I am deleting the question so that we will get space for solution, right? We have understood this question. Now let us solve this question one by one. First of all, let us say there is a pinion. Here pinion is smaller one, therefore number of teeth on pinion are lesser, right? Let us say this is a pinion and in contact with this pinion, let us say there is a gear. Let us say this is a gear which is larger one, right? Therefore the distance between their two centers is called center distance. This distance between two centers of center of pinion and center of gear, this distance is called center distance. And here from C, let us say O1 is center of pinion and O2 is center of gear. Now here you can find this distance will be radius of pinion and this distance is radius of gear, right? Means I can say center distance is radius of gear plus radius of pinion. Center distance will be radius of gear plus radius of pinion. So first of all we have to find radius of gear and radius of pinion, and we have formula for module, that is, see, for mating gears module is always same. Now module is nothing but diameter divided by number of teeth, that is Z, number of teeth, that is Z. If I consider diameter of pinion, then I have to consider number of teeth on pinion. If I consider diameter of gear, then I have to consider number of teeth on gear. Therefore, diameter of pinion will be equal to module times Zp, and diameter of gear is equal to module times Zg. Therefore, radius of pinion will be diameter of pinion divided by 2, which is nothing but module number of teeth on pinion divided by 2, and radius of gear will be diameter of gear divided by 2, which is nothing but mzg divided by 2. Therefore, center distance is equal to, can I say, rp plus rg, which is nothing but rp is mzp divided by 2, z is number of teeth, plus mzg divided by 2. Therefore, center distance is equal to module zp plus zg divided by 2. Put the values. Now, module is given here, written somewhere. Module is given 5 mm, zp 20, zg 40. Right. Put the values. Therefore, module is 5 mm, zp is 20 plus 40 divided by 2. Now solve this, then I will get equation answer is equal to 150 mm. Therefore, first question, center distance is equal to 150 mm. For first question, center distance is equal to 150 mm. And look at the options. You will find option B will be the correct choice for first question. Now let us go for the next question. The second question is to find contact ratio. And in one of the theory lecture, we have derived this contact ratio. The contact ratio is given as second question, contact ratio. The formula for this contact ratio is arc of contact divided by circular pitch, that is PC, circular pitch. Therefore, first of all, we need to calculate arc of contact and circular pitch. Let us find arc of contact. Therefore, the formula for arc of contact is line of contact divided by cos phi. This is the formula to find arc of contact. Therefore, arc of contact is equal to, line of contact is nothing but 19 mm, 19 mm given in the given data. Therefore, it is 19 mm divided by cos phi. Pressure angle is 20. Phi is given 20. Therefore, cos 20. Therefore, if I find arc of contact, I will get 20.21 mm. This will be the arc of contact. And circular pitch, PC, is nothing but pi m, pi times module, which is nothing but pi into module is here 5, which is 5 pi, right? Therefore, the contact ratio, we can say contact ratio is equal to arc of contact divided by circular pitch, which is nothing but 20.21 divided by pi into 5, and solve for contact ratio. If I solve this equation for contact ratio, I will get, or anyone will get, the contact ratio is equal to 1.29, right? The meaning of this is, for let us say, for 100 minute, let us say for example for 100 minute, one teeth is in contact, then out of this 100 minute, in 100 minute, for 100 minute always there is one teeth in contact, and in this 100 minute, for 29 minute, there will be two teeth in contact, right? Means for full time always there is one teeth in contact, and for 29% of full time there is second teeth also in contact. This is the meaning of contact ratio. Let us say you have 100 minutes. In 100 minutes, for 29 minutes there will be two teeth in contact, and remaining time, that is for, we can say, for 71 minutes only one teeth in contact, right? The meaning is one teeth is always in contact, and during the one teeth contact, the for 29 minutes, 29% of time, other teeth is also coming in contact. This is the meaning of contact ratio that already I have explained in theory lectures. Now third question, let us go for third question, right? For this, for second question, the option correct choice is option C. Option C is correct choice. Look at the options. Option C is 1.29. Now the third question. Third question is resultant force F. Now we have seen that, see here there is a common tangent and there is a common normal. Along common normal the resultant force F is acting, right? And there is a pressure angle phi between common tangent. Here horizontal line is common tangent and this inclined line is common normal, and between them angle is phi. That already we have seen in theory. Here I am not repeating these things because many times in many numericals I have repeated these things, right? Now for this F there will be one tangential component Eft, which is nothing but F cos phi, and one will be radial component Fr, which is F sin phi. Hence we can say this force F is equal to Eft divided by cos phi or Fr divided by sin phi, right? Pressure angle is known, but we need to calculate Ft or Fr. Now from torque equation we can calculate Ft. Now see, power is nothing but 2 pi nt upon 60. In this equation power will be in watt, this n will be in rpm, and torque will be in newton meter. Now put the values. Therefore power is given as 20,000 is equal to 2 pi, n in rpm is 1800 into t divided by 60. Now in this equation only torque is unknown. Let us solve this equation for torque. If I solve this equation for torque, I will get 106.10 Newton meter. This will be the torque value. Therefore, I can say torque is equal to 106.10 into 10 to the power 3 Newton mm into 10 to the power 3 Newton mm in terms of Newton mm. Right, this is a torque value. And this torque is nothing but tangential force into radius. Now my dear students, for calculation of torque we are using speed of pinion, right? Speed of pinion is given, you can see np by 60, that is np is given, speed of pinion is given, means if it is np then it is torque transmitted by pinion, therefore it is a torque transmitted by pinion. Therefore for this torque transmitted by pinion we have to consider radius of pinion only, don't consider radius of gear. This is very important, right? Hence we can say Eft tangential force is equal to torque transmitted by pinion divided by radius of pinion. So already we have proven that while calculating in first question we have calculated center distance. During calculation of center distance this radius of pinion is nothing but module number of teeth on pinion divided by 2, that we have seen, which is nothing but module is 5, number of teeth on pinion is 20 divided by 2, which is nothing but 50 mm, that is radius of pinion is 50 mm. Now let us put here, if I take radius of pinion is equal to 50 mm and if I solve for total force F or Ft, tangential force Ft, see the tangential force Ft becomes equal to torque of pinion divided by radius of pinion, which is nothing but torque of pinion is 106.1 into 10 to the power 3 Newton mm divided by radius of pinion is 50. Therefore force transmitted is equal to, you will find answer equal to for this 2122 Newton. But my dear students, this is a tangential force and this is not your answer. They are asking you total force, and this Eft tangential force is equal to total force into cos phi. Therefore total force is equal to tangential force divided by cos phi, which is nothing but 2122 divided by cos 20. And if I solve for this I will get 2258.1 Newton. Therefore total force is equal to 2258.1 Newton. And if I look at the options, look option C, option C will be the correct choice for this question. Thank you dear students. In next lecture we will see one more numerical on gear design.